I was on the internet a while back, can't remember why, it's something to do with digital watches, and there was a comment that the quartz crystal for digital watches actually looks like a tuning fork. Now, I'm not sure if that's true or not. It would sort of explain the shape of the can of these 32 kilohertz crystals. So I thought I'd have a go at chopping one apart. This one's actually from a Casio that I decapped, and see if that's true. I've had a go at getting inside one of these before and completely failed, so I think what I'll do is probably take it to the mill and see if I can cut the side off, maybe making sure that the two wires on the end are horizontal, and I'll take the top face off, something like that. So anyway, I'm going to have a go at that, and let's see what's inside, hopefully without destroying it. Right, so I've managed to hopefully cut the side off, and the end popped out, which is interesting. So this is obviously very small. I'm going to just pull that out very carefully and see what we've got. What do we have? Well, we do indeed have what looks like a tuning fork, but I'm not sure that's the crystal itself. If that's the case, I think we'll get the USB microscope and have a look at that. That looks like, well, maybe it is. We'll have a look at that. That could be quite exciting. So I think maybe we'll look at that on the Olympus rather than the USB microscope, because it's pretty small. Yeah, we'll do it on the Olympus. Well, this is the Olympus microscope. This is the ×10 objective, so it's the lowest magnification I can fit on here, and I can't actually view the whole thing in one go, but this is the end of the tuning fork assembly, so it does look like that is actually a quartz crystal in the shape of a tuning fork. Now there's contacts running all the way down here, so I think they're applying the voltage to one side of the tuning fork. It's not quite horizontal, so I'm going to have to bring things into focus as we travel down the length of it. So that's one arm. The other arm is over here, so it does look like they've made it in one piece and then sawn a slot down the middle, because that feature there seems to carry on the other side. That's a sort of obvious way of doing it, really. Let's just bring that into focus so you can see that there's contacts been deposited on top of what looks like a fairly thin quartz substrate. I think that's the other side. We're looking at the other side through the crystal there, because the top of the crystal is actually somewhere around about there in focus, so we can actually look through the crystal at the contact on the other side. So if we travel up the slot, you can see there's quite a few features on there. Not really sure why we've got multiple metal contacts on that, but it's probably a very involved answer. Yeah, so you can see here we've got contacts coming down to the crystal, and then down here, that, if I can bring it into focus, that is actually one of the wires coming in to connect from outside the can. And the other one, I think, will be under there on the other side, but I don't think we'll be able to see that. No, we can't see that. And then over here, I think that's one of the legs. That's one of the legs themselves going into the can, which will be somewhere here. Can't get that into focus. It's about, there it is. So that's the bit that I had to remove. See if we can find the crystal again. There we go. So yes, indeed, it is in a tuning fork arrangement.